All right, y'all, let's talk about stimming and autism and why so many people who get diagnosed later in life look back and they realize, oh wow, I used to do that as a kid. I didn't know what it was called. I didn't know it was called stimming. So you have to understand that when you're a kid, a lot of things that you do will be chalked up as, oh, they're 7 years old. That's what kids do. Whether you're, tapping your feet, clapping your hands, whatever stem you have, even if it's a vocal stem, sometimes people say, oh, that child is just being loud. That's just what, kids do. Boys be boys, girls be girls. Kids are just loud. And it's not until sometimes you watch videos like this and you go back and you rewind the mental tape and you're like, oh, wow, I did this almost every single day as a kid. How come nobody ever caught it? So education is quite important, and I love videos like this because it helps us connect the dots.
Guys, the comment section on the original video did not pass the vibe check. And here I can tell that there are a lot of people who don't understand what autism means. I keep explaining over and over that autism means that the way that you communicate with the world is different from how a neurotypical person would communicate with the world. So because of that, you're going to need some level of external support. And you'll need some level of understanding from the people around you. But when I look in the comment section, there's a lot of people who don't understand. And I'll take one comment and read it out. One person said, autism is thrown around way too much. Just because you struggle socially, it does not make you autistic. That's correct, but let's proceed. You're on the spectrum. Who made this up? Get to know an actual autistic person and see if you will still claim autism. Well, no two autistic people are the same because autism is a spectrum. So the way one person experiences the world is different from another person who could also be on the same spectrum but on the other side. But let's proceed. It's inappropriate and insensitive, actually. Just learn your social skills and cues and facial expressions. Which was that easy. Autism is much more than this when it's on the extreme spectrum. It's a spectrum, once again, so it can present differently. Please stop throwing autism around when you are just not. Okay, to get back to the original point of stimming. Stimming, like I mentioned in the first part of the video, is something that neurodivergent individuals do to self-regulate. A lot of times you get the urge to stim in public, but you look around and you can tell that you're being judged by people. And you also know that there's people out there who don't believe in autism, or people who think that all autistic people have to look one way. And when you're aware of this, you know that it's not a safe space to stim. So you're gonna wait until you go home, you're gonna wait until you're in the kitchen, you're gonna wait until you're in a safe space. So you're not gonna stim in public, and you're gonna be frustrated and you're gonna be dysregulated, and you might spend more time at home because you're not able to express yourself in the way that you want to express yourself outside. So when people don't understand autism and neurodivergence, this is what you get. And to the person who made this comment, I'm not upset. I'm actually happy that this comment was made so we can use this as a teaching moment. Because the more you take these comments and you reply to them, it lets people see where the misunderstanding is when it comes to understanding neurodivergence. And the more we can educate people, the more we can create a safe space for people to be themselves. And now we can stim in peace, whether we're out in public or whether we're at home.